is the grind session. And that moment is now. This is the grind session.
Hey, Scholar, we need their starters.
He gave him to Mikey. I think it's 012. Okay. Which one is you and which one's me?
I have no idea.
Check. Wait. How am I hearing that?
Number 34, who's Bill? Coaches are Ian Cooper and James Harrell.
It looks like it's these two.
Now the head coach.
And we're coming to you live for the first game here of the 2019 Mustang Madness at McCracken County High School in Paducah, Kentucky. I'm Skylar Witt, sitting here beside Casey Barksdale. We're going to come to you for this matchup between the Victory Rock Blue Devils and the Tennessee Prep Diplomats. So we're almost tipping here. Victory Rock will be in the blue trimmed in white. Tennessee Prep in white, trimmed in gold.
This game's going to have good guard play. I don't know if you've gotten the chance to see Damian Ball play for Tennessee Prep, and then also Colton Mitchell returning from Victory Rock. We got to see him play earlier this year in Daytona.
That's right. I think the first time we saw Colton this year, he put up a triple-double.
That's right. I think you're right.
So
yep,
a solid
sure
game. And
sure did.
Damian Ball has some big-time offers right now. I know Georgetown's looking at him pretty hard, along with quite a few SEC teams.
Very talented player. Very talented.
It looks like we're getting the clock set up here as in grind session rules apply. So we play 16-minute halves 6 fouls for disqualification.
I like the 6-foul rule. Kind of gives, a chance to have players on the floor. Also, it kind of helps a lot of these schools with budgets of, now you don't have to scholarship 9 kids. You can scholarship 8 kids because of the foul situation.
And, we're here to see basketball. We're not here to see guys sit on the bench. As Denver Jones going to start with the ball here for Tennessee Prep. Pass over to Ball, long 2, wide left.
It's a good look at the rim early.
And Ball blocked by Muchbiel. Damien's that guy that he'll put up stats on you and you won't even know he did it. It's just so smooth as the basket goes in for number 13, Moses Nogak.
Well, big, strong kid. Looks like he hadn't missed too many weight room visits. Ball screen.
And Ball the other way. Good pass up to Denver Jones with the fake. Jumper long. And Victory Rock ball. So Denver Jones, a solid shooter for Tennessee Prep. I believe before he came, he already had a few thousand as a varsity basketball player. And he's a junior now, I believe.
One thing we can say about Tennessee Prep is they're okay shooting it quick. Nice pass right there by Colton to Prince. Remember watching Prince play as a 2022 kid, but the sky's the limit for this young man. Great, great body, unbelievable basketball talent.
And he's got a great coach in Lauren Jackson to help develop him, as we're going to get a charge called that was set by Colton Mitchell. Colton already putting his stamp on this game in the first minute and a half.
Colton's really matured over the last year. I know last year he got a lot of French class lessons from Coach Jackson, and this year he's really developed into a nice player. Let's watch Prince go to work here.
Beautiful shot.
Unbelievable.
Not much you can do about that turnaround like that.
No, there is one thing you can do. You can get out of the net. You can get out of the net, throw it in, go try to score.
That's right.
Unbelievable talent.
So Denver Jones to give the lead.
Yeah, you got to love it when they knock them down. Great shot there by Denver.
And it looks like the scoreboard is calculating wrong because they gave that 3 to Victory Rock. They're showing 5-4. So I think the score is getting switched.
You can count on it being corrected.
So is the scoreboard talking that out here. And Prince's shot off the backboard. Colton now with it. Drives to the free throw shot. Doesn't get it to fall. Nice hustle by Prince. Gets the board and puts it in for 2.
I'm starting to see why everybody's such good shooters in Kentucky. The rims here are really soft. I mean, that ball danced up there for a while. Thought we were at prom for a little bit.
Everybody's friendly in Kentucky.
Absolutely.
The rims.
This is a football state now. Big shot by Denver there.
Back-to-back for him from 3. Do not want him to get hot if you're Victory Rock.
Well, he's shooting it with confidence, isn't he?
And it looks like the scoreboard's still saying Victory Rock as the home team.
They'll get it fixed. I think they're just waiting on a good dead ball here.
So Denver Jones down the other way. Off a couple good threes. Gives it over to Ball.
You really got to look for Tennessee Prep to get Ball going. Something to the rim just to get him going.
So a foul on Moses there, an illegal screen. And Colton Mitchell now up the other way.
It's a double dribble, I believe.
And a big block there for Biel. Colton, a lot of contact there. You'd think they'd call something, and no call.
Coach Jackson a little upset with stagnant play by one of his post players not going to the rim to rebound.
Looks like Moses will take a break now after some hard contact there against Colton. Prince up top with the ball. Tries a little spin shot, and it's good.
Well, he's coming out feeling himself a little bit today.
Yeah, if he's missed, I don't remember it. It's a nice
great
backdoor
pass. Give.
And it's even better defensive effort for Victory Rock as they're here on the fast break. Prince gets it to go again.
Tell you, the young man's came and put on a little show today early on.
He's got 8 of Victory Rock's 10 points. And ball a little out of control there. They get their own rebound. Belcher for 3, no good, and it's Prince on the rebound. Other way, Colton Mitchell in the paint. The kick out, nothing there. Damian with the steal, look for a dunk here, and there it is. Damian Ball, 2 points, and we're tied up at 10. So I like the matchup of Ball against Mitchell. It's definitely gonna test the patience there. Is step out of bounds by Biel.
I think he got away with a little travel there.
So a substitution here as Hassan comes into the game for Victory Rock. And
I'd like to see him, good duck in right there. I'd like to see Prince rip that and just get to that jump shot right there because he's 3 of his last 4. See if the little heat check maybe.
Yeah, everything's been falling for him. If I'm him, I'm shooting with confidence right now.
Absolutely.
As Okolefi comes in for Victory Rock. Took a light press here, full court, just to keep Tennessee Prep on their toes.
A little token pressure just to run down the shot clock a little bit. Good move, great pass.
And the dunk by Much Biel. And that's Damian flashing off what he does as a point guard. Good ball handling to find the open man back door. Pass inside for Okolefi, stolen. Damian, nice take, 2 points, Damian Ball. So 14-10, Tennessee Prep on top of Victory Rock. As Damian's defense almost led to a turnover.
Bring him on a little Iverson NBA cut. Bring Prince on the curl.
And he's going to be blocked by Chris Ward.
You know, the one thing I'm seeing out of Prince, though, that I'm not a big fan of is all the negative body language when he hadn't gotten a call. A couple of them he's been bumped and he hadn't gotten a call, fair enough. But it's also been that way on the other end a little bit. And every time he's kind of raised his hands in frustration.
I don't know that it's always – it's probably more a background awareness for a referee that they see that body language and sometimes they're less likely to give you the call when you've been throwing a fit the entire game.
Absolutely. I will say this early on. I'm curious to see what Tennessee Prep decides to do on ball screens because the 2 ball screens that have been set for Colton, Colton's been able to come off of them, and he's just made the wrong read, but he's had jump shot.
No, I agree with that, and it depends on how comfortable he's feeling with that shot today. So Ball with the ball up here, asking the ref to watch as he's getting his hands held. And his pass stolen up to
Great
Colton.
throw ahead. Great throw ahead.
1. So the foul's going to be on Daryl Belcher at the line shooting Colton Mitchell. So that layup right there, the first 2 points for Colton.
I'm a little confused at what's going on with the scoreboard.
As he makes it 3. So I think what happened is they thought Victory Rock was the home team, but they're actually the away. So it's got put in reverse.
I mean, I consider myself to be a pretty educated guy, but I'm having a hard time with this one.
Say the opposite of what you're thinking.
Yep.
And we get a block called. See who that was on. It'll be number 4. That's Hassan. And Denver Jones was in the act of shooting, so he'll have 2.
Be a correctable error, I'm sure.
So I would say once we get to a timeout, they'll probably take the time to get that updated. As the first rims out. And Delavante will take a break as Barn comes in for him.
You know, Denver's got a great stroke here. Ball comes off his hand really nice.
I've seen plenty of games where Denver Jones was lights out, hardly missing. He's just, once he feels it, there's no stopping him. It was a great take for Colton Mitchell there on the reverse layup.
I couldn't tell if that was a ball screen or not.
No, there's too many guys blocking our view. Usually we have the best view in the house. Definitely for making the correct calls.
Absolutely.
Nice step back. Heavily contested, and it goes anyway. Denver Jones.
I believe that step back was very similar to James Harden's step back a couple weeks ago. I saw that had a step back.
Well, with that basket, Denver's up to 9 points. He has over half of his team's 17.
Once again, ball screens. Tennessee Prep is struggling with ball screens. I don't know what Coach Rayford, I don't know what is wanting his guys to do, but right now the advantage coming off ball screens for Victory Rock is clearly evident in the first half here.
So at the line, shooting to Prince Masingo. Gets the first, and it's going to be Justin Johnson coming in for Tennessee Prep. He's going to give Biel a break. And no good on the second as Colton smacked it out of bounds.
Jameen Charles, another freshman for Victory Rock.
So corner three, long.
Some sort of zone there from Victory Rock. Couldn't quite tell what it was.
As Colton calls off the screen, he'll set up a play. Pass to Prince.
Double staggered away there to try to get a three.
Contested three is good for Momin Hassan.
They brought him off a double stagger to get him the first look. He didn't like that one. He said, that's too easy. I'm going to drill it a few times and get the same shot.
As Johnson drives into trouble and loses the ball, it's Hassan the other way.
Great
pass
give.
Up to Mitchell. He'll shoot short. Hassan fights for the offensive board. Now it's Prince who came away with it, and they reset. Pass inside to Prince. Lost out of bounds, last touched by Tennessee Prep. So now into the game, Trayson Bird.
I'm not sure if I wasn't Colton, I wouldn't have shot that three. I think you've earned the right to shoot it.
And you wonder if he didn't, because he just missed one, if he kind of second-guessed his shot and hesitated just enough, as Hassan is not scared to shoot it. No good this time. Big rebound, put back, no good. Gets another rebound, put back, no good. And Trayson Bird, who just substituted in, gets the board. Pass to Denver in the corner. And they reset up top with Damian Ball.
Trayson Bird is very talented. I got the chance to watch him play in Dallas in a little preseason event, and he is unbelievably talented. The question, I think, about him is his motor, but as far as the basketball talent, unbelievably talented.
Yeah, there's plenty of games that he's been the difference maker of, you know, the amount of hustle he was putting in definitely changed the outlook of the game. As we get a foul, I believe they said it was on El Khalefi. So at the line shooting is Chris Ward.
You know, I never thought in my life I'd compare basketball to NASCAR, but I sure am seeing a lot more duct tape on players nowadays. I went to Disney World. I could have used some of that tape on my calves. I'll tell you that.
Yeah, I hear that. So another
13.
substitution. That's Moses back into the game.
So I'm curious to see what Coach Jackson. Here comes a little zone from Tennessee Prep. Let's see how Colton handles it.
Wide open shot on the baseline, couldn't get it. He gets his third offensive rebound here in the last couple of minutes.
You know, I don't know what the stat is, but Victory Rock has got to be, they've got to be leading the rebounding war by 5 or 6 at this point in the game. I mean, they're just up there playing pity-patty with it.
Yeah, if they had had even half of those shots fall, we'd be looking at a totally different score right now.
Here comes zone again. Victory Rock had no problem.
Demoki with the shot, rims out, and it's Belcher the other way.
Great give right there to the middle of the floor. Good hands by the big man right there to be able to catch that and bounce it one time. Great hands by him to be able to do that in the middle of the floor.
So Delavante takes a break. They pass the Bird right in the inside. Good spin move. Can't get it to go off the glass. And another rebound for Demoke. That's last touch by Denver Jones. It'll stay Victory Rock ball. Colton inside. Tried the no-look pass and tipped out of bounds by Tennessee Prep.
Not a bad look. Tried to go no look with it. I thought he had a guy spotted in the corner for 3 there.
And knocked out of bounds. It'll stay with Victory Rock. So up top to Prince. He'll shoot short on the 3. Trezon Bird with the rebound. And slowed it up just a little bit here. Pass inside intended for Moses. Almost lost out of bounds, and now we're last touched by Colton Mitchell. It'll stay Tennessee ball.
I think Colton felt like he might have got fouled there a little bit, just by judging by his body language. Let's see what they've moved Denver to the 1. They've moved ball off the ball a little bit, ball off the ball. Get that, a little rhyme. They moved him off, I guess, to try to get him going a little bit with some easy shots.
And ball not going to go for the block there as Tyler Delavante gets the easy layup. So 23-19, Victory Rock on top by 4.
I think this is a stretch here for Tennessee Prep because Victory Rock's got it to 4 and they've controlled the boards. You know, now you really need a basket here if you're Tennessee Prep.
It's a good pass inside. The second one knocked out of bounds. So it'll be ball on the inbounds. Has a man cutting inside. Corner, Bird. Not afraid to shoot. And no good. Rebounded by Mbo.
Prince wanted that one sooner.
Yeah, by the time that pass was there, he had no opportunity to catch it. So Colton to Prince. And the handoff back to Colton, and they will reset as they struggle there on that screen.
Here comes ball screen. Let's see what they do here. See, once again, ball screen. Look how deep he is in the lane. He's at 12 feet.
The easy floater for him.
That's right.
So behind the back, pass in the corner. Bird shoots again. Won't miss 2. Trezon Bird. It's
Looks like Prince get poked in the eye there.
so the ref stopped it pretty quick.
A lot of college degrees over here trying to figure out that.
So it'll be Elko Leffy coming into the game for Prince as he, I believe, is going to be checked out by the trainer.
Ball screen.
And stolen there. It's Damian with the Euro.
That's what I don't understand about Colton right there. You've had great success just coming off the ball screen and dragging it and making them zone up, and you've been getting wherever you want to. Why try to split it right there?
You know, sometimes that is a struggle of his, trying to do too much.
That was one of the things I thought he'd gotten better at this year, and I still think he's gotten better. I don't want to sound critical of him, but turnovers. Do not turn the basketball over. You're too talented.
Sure.
Did get a chance to talk to him before the game, though, and he's, you know, excited about his opportunity to go play in college and looking to commit in March.
I know there's some predictions he may end up on the West Coast.
Yeah, I've heard some rumor of that.
So in the corner, Victory Rock pass back up to Colton. Has the screen.
Right there, drag it out, give it. Great job right there. Good job by Colton right there. Now he did exactly what we said over here and talked about. He drug it out, made them have to guard it a little bit, and then found the roller.
So the foul is on Trayson Bird. So yeah, that make the defense decide and go from there. As the first one rims out. The substitution here by each team is Prince is going to come back for Victory Rock. And BL comes in for Tennessee Prep. A 1-point game, Victory Rock on top. As rebound goes to Denver Jones up the court. He shoots, heavily contested, no good. Colton Mitchell with the rebound. So Elko Leffy with a turnaround shot, no good. And it's Damian Ball with the pass up and just couldn't keep possession. So Victory Rock the other way.
I really like right here the ball going to Prince. If I'm Victory Rock. Scissor. They'll get it over the top. Patented Coach Jackson, over the top curl, down screen, take advantage of the closeout.
That's Delavante on the layup for two there. That made it look easy. As Ball fights for it and gets the finger roll.
That's the reason he's really, really good right there. Tough shot, in traffic, touch.
Not too many guys can pull off a shot like that. So Elko Leffy with the foul there.
Oh, Coach Rayford got a gem in that young fella right there.
Oh, yeah.
How well does he shoot it? You know, I've only seen him shoot 1-3, I guess, this game.
You know, he doesn't shoot it too often that I've seen. It's more of a drive.
Right.
Because he's either looking to pass and get the open man back door, or he's going to hit the layup for himself. Not to say he doesn't have a shot. It's just he's going to take those high percentages every day. As that definitely is a foul there on Ball as he pushed Colton back to the other side of the court. And with that, we are in the 1-and-1 bonus as it's 7 fouls on Tennessee Prep.
You know, I can appreciate the way this game's been called. I know a couple of the coaches have complained about a couple of small stuff or whatever, but with 2:40 left, we're just now in 1-and-1. The game has great flow to it, good for fans.
And you can see on the board and just what we've seen in general is Colton with a nice steal and floater, but it's been consistent. They're making the same calls on both ends of the court.
Absolutely.
So great vision there by Colton.
Wow, good move.
And the rebound by Chris Ward puts it back up and gets fouled. He'll shoot 2. So that foul is on Masingo. That is his first foul. So nobody really in foul trouble. The most fouls in the game would be against Damian Ball.
Has he got 2?
He has 2.
Because of 6, no risk.
Right.
Stay on out there and keep playing, big fella.
You got 2:23 left in the first. Plenty of time.
So Denver gets a little breather here. I wonder how long he'll be out. I wonder if this will be a defensive for offensive sub situation. Just get him a little quick breather and then get him back on a dead ball for offense.
So Colton takes it right at the rim, gets it to go as he falls to the floor. An amazing take for Colton Mitchell. 3 ball, no good. We'll see who they call the foul on. So foul is on BL for Tennessee Prep. I believe it's going to be over the back. And it'll be Colton Mitchell, I think they said. Oh, sorry. 23, which is Imbo shooting. So 4-point lead currently for Victory Rock. No good. Tennessee Prep comes away with it. Damian Ball up the court.
Great
has the wide
pass.
open man. And can't convert. Delavante the other way. They got numbers. Passes to Colton. And another 2, Colton Mitchell.
Did Colton think about trying to dunk that?
I think he was. It was one of those he wanted to but couldn't risk missing it.
I think he couldn't. couldn't risk what French class might be like.
You do not want to experience it.
Let's see what they run here. You know, they've stretched it to 6. Let's see what they run here. I like ball screen with Colton and let him make the right decision. Now you're going to get over the top cut with a down screen right there. Should be a 3. He traveled.
See, though, that ball screen has worked all game. I would run the wheels off of it until they found a way to stop it.
Absolutely. It's kind of like going to a buffet. You keep going until you get full.
And sometimes that doesn't happen.
I never get full. If not, just stay an extra hour.
You stay for dinner. So Damian Ball now on the wing. Has the screen. Drive. Nice.
Great
no-look
pass.
And
Great
they get it.
pass. Great pass. But what about the hands? Remember we talked about 13 earlier when he was running in the middle of the floor, was able to catch it and bounce it without anything tragic happening. Great hands. Ball screen right here. See how deep he is? He drew.
And that wide open look, he couldn't get it to fall.
Got to knock that one down.
So we're going the other way. Tennessee Prep. Just at a minute to go here in the first half. They trail by 4. Need to get something here and a stop to tie it before half. Good hustle on the floor. Prince has it.
Showtime.
Off the front of the rim. Colton gets it, and they reset. Pass inside to Prince. With that spin move again. Floater, no good. Damian Ball. About 8 seconds different on the shot clock.
Well, I think for Coach Jackson, you're going to look back at that. That's a 5-point swing right there. Missed a wide open layup, give up a 3. Now let's see if they choose to hold for, looks like they're about even.
Yeah, it looks about the same. I think the shot clock would go off about the same time regardless as Prince. Not sure what he was doing there. Now Tennessee Prep with 5 seconds. I'm not sure if they see it. And nice look, wide open 3. And he gets it to finish the half. So 35-33. Nice movement there. They weren't really sure how much time was left. So 35-33. Tennessee Prep on top of Victory Rock. We'll take a quick break here for halftime and come back to you for game 1 of the Mustang Madness here, presented by the Grind Session.
I think you put a disposal in there where you can file, put in for a hardship or an appeal, and that can be approved by the board. I don't know if they're going to say that. I don't know if that's a state statute.
Ladies and gentlemen, some additional sponsors we really want to thank the Brian Hall Center, Silver Incorporated, Better Business,
I think I would
USA, Good Resolve, all of our content,
but then I
all of
think
our
I would
BMW
make sure there
offers,
puts,
elevation dentistry, global repair,
hardship.
Fiona Holland, and Kelly Luciano,
Because ultimately,
as well as supporting scoreboards. Thanks to all of our sponsors and our presenting sponsor,
see, ours is not even, I don't think ours has looked at it. I don't even think we list that either. I got you. Right. Because I'm going to say this, and I think you know this. If Johnny Moody finds a football player, and he's that's right. I'm going to let you be the one to tell him that kid they know him. So, oh, it will. And there's certain circumstances. Here's my biggest thing. If a kid transfers to another district, then I think this would be a day thing. So let's say in 6A you've got St. Joseph and Cornerstone. Well, after November 1st, the kid cannot come from league to league school. Does that make sense? He can come from outside, but he can't come league to league. Then I think that protects the league's integrity a little bit. You know what I'm saying? In some aspect. Right. That's right. Now, if their parents move residency, they're eligible, correct? Well, now if you look at, I know TSSAA, if you go look at their bylaws, theirs are pretty clear on that. You go to, TSSAA.org. They've got stuff in there that says A to B to A, you know what I mean? It's very clear on what the rules are. I think it's just very well, to be honest. Talk about housing wise, I'm going to work on that and see if I can get into I mean, well, I mean, we got to figure out housing and stuff like that anyway, but I'm just waiting till I get on board and everything and then we'll figure all that out. I'm not, because I mean, we got a big time prospect coming to visit. Yeah. We got one coming from Houston, Texas. There's a mid-major or high major kid from St. John's. Well, they're voting on it the second Sunday of January. I mean, I'm just really going to see anything negative coming. Yeah. Well, if you need to. Yeah.
Yeah, the three to go on top.
Yeah.
I think the schedule has it flipped where Mystery Rock is supposed to be home, but it got changed. Because Tucker told me to text everybody and let them know. Well, I mean,
I think what Steve has done.
both teams knew that they were home LA. I'm saying though, they knew that they were going to be home. I mean, they wore the white jerseys and everything, so
I'd like to get Steve.
I think that was just on them.
I get that set up and everything, but I'll be in San Antonio on Friday. Not tomorrow, but the next Friday. Yep.
lot of that time we weren't recording because I was pointing somewhere else. He was like point the camera at the transmitter or whatever. And I had to do that for like literally like 6 minutes. Like I was standing there. He was like, it's not connected. I was like,
And we're back just underway here. Buzzer going off now to start the second half. After that last second three by Tennessee Prep, they now have the lead 35-33 as we start the final 16. So, Casey, what's your takeaway on the first half? What's going on here for Victory Rock to get back in this one?
You know, I think Victory Rock's just got to keep doing what they've done. I would keep Colton and ball screen stuff. But remember, Tennessee Prep closed it on a 6-0 run with a bench personnel making 2 threes.
That's right, which he won't start out here.
Great shot fake.
And blocked as Damian on the fast break.
Good job by the big guy playing outside of his area right there.
An offensive board knocked out of bounds. And that'll stay Tennessee ball. So ball again on the inbounds. Denver in the corner. The defense by Colton.
Great throw ahead.
Nice layup there for Colton. That was by no means an easy layup.
You know, I don't know how many he has for the game. I think he's got about 15. But I bet you he's got 8 just in transition.
He's definitely had quite a few layups. As Belcher over to Jones. And back to Belcher. It's like a 1-2-2 zone maybe. There's some kind of zone here by Victory Rock. I don't think it's a 2-3 as Belcher gets inside. And they're going to say last touch by Tennessee. Victory Rock ball. So Colton bringing it up the other way.
A little late on the give there by Prince. I thought Prince had him earlier. I don't think Coach Jackson wanted that one.
Delavante, he'll make it. And it's Belcher the other way as they now trail by 3. Another good pass by Damian. Contact and 1. So the foul is against number 23 in Bow. At the line to attempt the conversion here is Moses.
Well, Moses has been pretty efficient as the game's progressed. I mean, he's done a great job of being at the right spot at the right time and finishing anytime he catches it around the rim.
So not able to hit the free throw. It's Delavante with the fake, drives. No good. Prince fights for it. Damian gets it 3-on-1. Belcher swatted by Colton Mitchell. So Damian with the easy offensive rebound and putback to regain the lead for Tennessee Prep.
Let's see what Tennessee Prep runs here. Or I'm sorry, what Victory Rock runs here. Try to get a basket.
And a block there by Belcher. They had a good screen to get him. But the defense met him. As the other end, he's going to get fouled. Had a man waiting underneath. It was Moses. And the foul is on Demoki.
You know, what we saw on both ends of the floor was 2 big men with good patience. Showed the ball, gathered, went back up. Mr. Efficient.
As he converts.
Mr. Moses. Mr. Moses is going to have a quiet double-double.
So Charles into the game along with Hassan. And he gets them both. Lead grows to 3. So Colton Mitchell. Now Prince. Sorry, correction, that was Charles is number 32, as that's out of bounds Tennessee Prep ball.
Just like what we talked about earlier, Colton's maturity's become better, but turnover.
Nice take for Denver Jones.
I'll tell you what, Victory Rock's in a precarious position here. They really need a basket right here. Let's see what Coach Jackson goes to. Little chin diagonal into a back screen.
Not sure that's who they wanted shooting the three there. It was wide open, but we'll see if he comes out after that.
Well, he's going to get rewarded for that shot.
Some quality time on the bench.
Quality time over there talking to Coach Jackson about why he shot it. See, Coach, what had happened was they didn't guard me, and I said, you know, I've been working on that after practice.
I am not sure how they allowed that pass to go directly down Broadway in the paint. Two guys on either side, and they were almost surprised the pass was coming. But that's the vision of Damian Ball. As
13.
the no-look pass there to Moses.
Down 7. I wonder when Coach Jackson's going to take a timeout.
So that pass right there for Ball was his 8th assist.
Ball
as Prince
screen,
gets it.
ball screen, ball screen.
If they would listen to you, it would be a different game right now. So Ball with a nice move to get past Colton. Again to Moses. Moses with a good look, and they can't convert as he gets it back and
Good
blocked.
block by Prince. Good call. Not a bad foul, though. Saved a layup.
So Chris Ward going to check into the game for Tennessee Prep. Going to give a break to Beal.
The side ball screen is giving him trouble, especially when he refuses it. He's been able to get to the rim.
So Prince takes the three, short.
You know, I just didn't like that shot. I really wanted the ball at the rim there, especially down 5.
Anytime they put points on the board, it's like the next possession they go away from what worked for them. Nice pass and one for Chris Ward. Or catch that the pass was by Belcher. The lead back up to 7. We're under 12 to go in the game. As Victory Rock makes a couple substitutions here.
One of the things Coach Jackson has always had the luxury of is they seem to get bigger as they come in.
That is definitely the truth.
Let's see if we go side ball screen here. Here we go, ball screen right there, layup.
So a couple opportunities, make that, thought they had a third, and now they're going to pick up a foul. So they had the chances there. Not a bad pass in the first one. He could have taken it, but good look. And that's one of those calls, too, that maybe they could have called a foul, but they've been consistently not calling that a foul.
Absolutely. No, I don't have a problem at all with the no call there. But you got to finish at the rim. You're at the rim. You got to finish.
So I have a few friends that say if I was ever 6'8", 6'9", you wouldn't have to worry about me going for a layup. I'd be trying to dunk it every single time. Beautiful shot, Denver Jones.
You know, my question is, and I'm waiting to see now when Victory Rock goes back to zone, because I don't know who on the floor outside of Denver is a great shooter.
See, Denver's definitely done all the three-point shooting for them. And it's a double-digit lead now for Tennessee Prep. Nice pass to Colton, but Colton's pass
Turnover.
to DeMote, out of bounds. So there's that timeout. We'll see here. It is a full timeout. So with that full timeout, we will take a break. And we're back after the Victory Rock timeout. They trail by 10 here with 10:50 to go in the game.
I think Coach Jackson was pretty adamant about, getting a stop. Now, I'm going to say it again. I'm a little surprised that we're not seeing a little bit of a zone here with the shot clock because I don't know who's a great shooter out there.
Yeah, to this point, it's been Denver Jones. I mean, I think you had was it Manku, I think's his name, off the bench. He made a couple.
Made 2 from the corner.
But if he's not in the game, you have one guy to worry about that we've seen to this point. Now, I know from seeing them, they have a few guys that can shoot, but if you're Victory Rock, looking at what's happening right now, I'm testing them. As we get a foul on Victory Rock, it'll send Damian Ball to the line for a 2.
Good move there. Good in and out move, refusing the ball screen.
So no good on his first attempt. Charles back into the game for Victory Rock.
That's the thing. If you're the Mr. Ball, you're going to get a lot of attention. So when you get the opportunity to go to the free throw line and make a couple and get your stroke in rhythm, you've got to knock those down. Let's see if we go side ball screen here.
Pass to Hassan. Up top to Prince. He'll hand it off to Mitchell. Pass to Delavante, knocked out of bounds. So they have 13 on the shot clock. As it'll be Prince on the inbounds pass. So Colton now, the handoff to Tyler Delavante. Had the screen.
Good move.
And nice block.
Great block. Showtime.
As ball blocked, I believe, but it's good on the putback.
Mr. Efficiency, Mr. Moses.
He's been a big part of this Tennessee Prep's lead. As they get it to ball, Coach Rayford yelling for him to push. The forced pass there leads to a turnover. They got numbers here. As Tyler Delavante will put it in for 2, and the lead cuts to 11.
There's a part of me that if I'm Coach Rayford, I might take a timeout there just because you don't want to see a run where this thing gets to 7 and it becomes a grind out type situation. But he knows his team better than we do.
So the ball stays with Tennessee Prep after the jump ball. A little confused here. The shot clock has 2 different times. We've got 19 and 20. So we'll go with 19 on the shot clock. As knocked out of bounds by Victory Rock. As you hear the frustration of Coach Jackson saying nobody's inside, and then right again they did it, but he didn't catch the ball.
Great pass. Good finish by Prince.
Wanted the foul, but
he's wanted a lot of fouls tonight. Of course, the foul count's 6-1. Maybe he's got some argument there, but Coach Jackson ain't complaining, so I don't know if he should be.
That's one of those you just take hard to the rim and make sure it goes in regardless.
Oh, we'll switch on the ball screen there. See if they get Prince on the hold. So right call.
So we'll argue that one there, said he was being held, but the referee, Jesse Bird, sees it otherwise. At some point, you just got to control what you can. Don't give the refs a chance to make the call.
That's the right call. The question is, does he want to make that call?
Sure.
The question becomes, how much impact does it have in the play? That's been, me and you talked about that in Daytona. you know, we see so many calls where stuff's away from the play itself. Does it really impact the situation?
So that is his third foul, which we play with 6, so no problem here. We're almost halfway through this second half as Coach Rayford will call a timeout for Tennessee Prep. They have the 11-point lead, and this will be a 30-second timeout. So 55-44, Tennessee Prep on top. And make sure you stick around after this. We'll have a live stream game of DME Sports Academy out of Daytona, Florida, going up against Orangeville Prep out of Canada. That is going to be a solid matchup.
If you have not had the opportunity to see Musa from DME play, you're in for a treat. And what about Orangeville coming off an upset? I'd say upset loss last night at Aspire Academy. I'd say they're going to have a little.
Yeah, they're a team that can definitely bounce back. They got a lot of solid players. And touch on Musa, we saw him last weekend. He put up 21 and 30 in a game.
Kind of reminds me of my playing days, similar numbers.
I wasn't around when you played, but I believe it.
Neither was anyone else. No, a very talented young man. Let's see what Coach Jackson comes with here.
They're definitely coming out a lot faster off the passes.
Just inverted. They're still going to get the same thing. You're going to get diagonal back into a down, looking to get a 3 from the top there.
Most likely he told him, show me some energy. Everything felt flat. And that could have been a travel there on the fake pass.
That was a Christmas time travel, walking in Winter Wonderland.
So Bird, not afraid to shoot, doesn't go. And Prince loses the handle. Bird blocked by Colton Mitchell.
It's a good thing he had that arm duct taped. It would have come off. Tell you, Bird, I think he's a talented player. Coach Rayford's questioning things a little bit.
He definitely wanted the foul there. So that's the third block by Colton Mitchell here. Definitely doing it on both ends of the court. He always impacts the game. As Jones now hands it off the ball, begging for it.
Little zone here by Victory Rock. I like this call by Coach.
And blocked by Charles. Prince gets the rebound. So I like the zone. They shouldn't allow it that easy to get inside.
I agree.
There's a little bit of a push off there for Hassan, guarded by Ball. And they reset with Colton. 15 on the shot clock.
Ball screen, wide open.
Nice pass inside to Prince.
Grown man.
That's what you got to do when you're that size.
Absolutely.
Dunk it and put it in. So Hassan with the steal. Colton, nice move with the roll off the glass. Colton Mitchell for 2.
Now, once again, I think if you're Tennessee Prep and you don't score here and Victory Rock scores, I think you've got to use a timeout. Zone giving some trouble here.
The lead was up to 13 at one point. Now we're back down to 7. 7 was the number you mentioned a second ago.
That's tipped.
That's tipped there, Tennessee ball. A couple substitutions into the game as Jones is going to take a break. I think there's 6 guys on the floor.
I think there's 6 on the floor.
And they take Moses out now. So a little confusion on who was coming in for who.
Felt like I was watching a hockey game. Now let's see what they get here as Victory Rock goes back, man.
Belcher. We're going to get him on the shot clock violation. I thought he was going to make a call about a double dribble before that, even though it was swatted. He was ready to call something until that buzzer bailed him out.
Let's see here.
Handoff over to Hassan. Prince now on the wing, has the screen from Charles. And we're going to get a foul down low.
I really like Colton in that deep side ball screen.
Jones already back into the game. Going to give Moses a break. He has 3 fouls.
He's got 16 points.
It's Mr. Reliable.
In my opinion, he's the MVP for Tennessee Prep right now. From setting over here, big shot right there by Colton.
And short. Smart to go right at him and get that contact.
Now he's got to step to the line and knock down a couple here.
Has a chance to make it a 5-point lead and apply some pressure to Tennessee Prep. As it looks like Bill for Tennessee Prep a little shaken up after that. I think Colton might have made some contact with his jaw. And the first one rolls in as Elkalefi will come in for Victory Rock. Going to give Charles a break.
That's what I think Coach Jackson's been looking for out of those two, is they've been really trying to – he's been subbing them in and out a pretty good bit, trying to find someone to feed off of a little bit.
So Mitchell trying to sneak up from behind, but that's a move Damian uses himself. Thought that one might have been stolen as Prince was just a little late.
Big possession right here. For Victory Rock, big possession for Tennessee Prep.
Nice idea there by Ball, just not able to get to it. So you see the frustration there.
You know, I'm not so sure if I'm not Tennessee Prep. I'm not coming down at least a couple possessions and throwing it to 13 on the block and just saying, go get me something, because he's been very efficient with it when he's called it. Side ball screen.
And just rims out. Colton comes away with it. Spin move. Just about lost it. Victory Rock somehow maintaining possession. Last touch. Tennessee Prep, as you see Colton now feeling a little pain.
A lot of stuff going on there.
So hope everything's okay on his end, as back into the game is Moncu for Tennessee Prep.
Mr. Moncu was the hero at the end of the first half. 6 unanswered.
So now you got Jones and Moncu to worry about if you're Victory Rock. Nice move, Colton Mitchell. That hip feeling a little bit better.
11-4.
But he definitely saw the mismatch. Moncu is not near as quick as Ball on the defense. And Belcher trying to make a play before he caught it. So quick turn of events here. They only trail by 4 with a chance to make it 1 or 2 right here.
Once again, I really like side ball screen.
Colton Mitchell again with the take, putting the team on his back, saying, I got this, guys. So 2 points, just at 5 minutes to go, and it's anybody's ball game.
You know, let me ask you this. In your opinion, who's got the best player on the floor?
You know, it's tough to say in this current game, because in this current game, looking at the 10 out there, here in this half, Colton's been the most dominant player.
You know, I'm going to say best prospect, best players, probably Ball. But the most impactful player in this game has been Colton. So if you've got the most impactful player in the game, you got to feel got a good chance to win the basketball game.
Yeah, Colton's been playing downhill these last few minutes. It's worked out well.
I really like a timeout here by Tennessee Prep if this one goes in, just to settle it down. I may even look at going zone one trip, because look who's out there for Victory Rock. Who's going to make a shot other than 4?
Yeah, they could definitely sit back on a zone and congest that paint, because almost every basket has been a layup.
Here you go, ball screen on the wing.
Mismatch. Could have gone up with that one.
Big 3.
As Belcher got fouled by Mitchell, they're screaming. And now they'll call the foul. So they wanted a foul on Mitchell, but looks like they're going to get one on Elkalefi instead, as Ball took some contact. You can see he's in a little bit of pain.
You know, I'm going to say this. Prince should have went up and dunked that basketball. That's a freshman mistake. But if you look at what Prince has done, he missed that one. They're going to make 2 free throws, could make 2 free throws. That could be a 4-0 run, right? When you think about it, think about the first half. Remember the wide open layup?
Mm-hmm.
Tennessee Prep comes down and hits a 3. 5-0 run. So he, not being critical because I think he's played hard at a great game, but you could account for 9-0 run by not doing your job and finishing.
It's like we've said, you know, if you're that size, dunk it.
Dunk it.
You're either going to get fouled or it's going in, both of which are ideal situations.
And you got a chance to be on YouTube or Twitter.
Nothing like putting somebody on a poster. So Delavante back into the game, has the lead at 4. Ball with a chance to make it 5. And rolls out. Colton Mitchell with the ball. He has 22 points. And we've still got 4.5 to go.
Boy, free throws down the stretch have not been made.
You know, that's every coach's first thing they go to after a game. How many free throws?
Great diagonal.
So a favorite thing that players do is after a foul, those hands have to be raised back straight up, but they're almost always straight out when that foul was called.
Absolutely.
So Prince at the line, shooting 2.
So if you're Victory Rock, do you kind of go zone here this trip just to kind of maybe change the pace? 4 minutes to play. Plus you got to protect fouls a little bit because if you foul, you're looking at 2 shots.
Yeah, I definitely think they need to, if not even go zone a couple of plays, switch up to man a couple of plays, just keep Tennessee on their feet.
Ball screen here for Ball. I still like throwing it 13 right down there on the block.
As they're just going to kill some time. 10 seconds on the clock. Shot clock, that is. Going to have to go. Belcher stopped. Ball. Long floater, no good. Charles with the rebound.
Oh,
and jump ball.
Big time mistake right there.
As Colton taking the chance to coach up his teammate. It does go in the way of Victory Rock, but that's not a possession arrow you want to give up in a 2-point game. Colton, double teamed. And they're going to call the foul on your guy. Number 13, Moses.
I believe that's 4 on him. Am I correct? Yes, it is.
Which still not a big concern. We only got 3:20 to go. Colton catches it on the run. And another layup, Colton Mitchell. And just like that, we're all tied up at 57.
A little zone here by Victory Rock. A little zone here. Now, I do think Tennessee Prep has the right player in the middle of the floor.
It is somebody that can do something off the dribble if they had to, as it's out of bounds on Tennessee Prep there. But, yeah, back to your point. Sometimes I don't like when they stick a big in the middle who can't really do anything.
That's right. And I liked Baird being in the middle there, but, you know, I didn't like that shot.
I definitely felt forced there. And Victory Rock with a chance to.
Once again, ball screen, puts them in a bind. Big 3.
And they're going to say it was a 2. His foot was on the line. Hate to see that when the big man makes it.
Little zone here. It's kind of a 1-3-1.
So you can tell the pace has picked up a lot here as Baugh turns the ball over. Belcher back into the game to give Trayson Bird a break. And we're going to get a full timeout.
Full timeout by Coach Rayford and Tennessee Prep.
As Coach Jackson arguing the 3-point shot here. But I'm pretty sure myself I saw him on the line. They feel otherwise. So regardless, we're going to take a break here on that full timeout. 57-59, Victory Rock on top.
This is the grind session. And that moment is now. This is the grind session.
So, if you're Tennessee Prep here, do you come out, zone one trip just to show it, and make Victory Rock make an outside shot? If I'm Victory Rock and they come out man, I think the ball's got to stay in Colton's hands.
You definitely got a zone. I mean,
one trip, I think.
Prince is not a knockdown three guy, so he'll make them from time to time, but you can't expect that every time. I stick to my zone, keep Colton out of the paint as he goes right back to it. That was a pretty tough one.
Big offensive rebound. Big rebound right there.
So Tennessee Prep lucky there they weren't able to convert because that's exactly what we talked about.
Little zone here. Little zone here. Once again, careless turnover.
Delavante, no problem, reverse for two. And 4-point lead, and we have 1:45 to go. So big turn of events here these last 5 minutes. Victory Rock really taking your advice well to get back in the game. As ball knocked off of Colton Mitchell to stay Tennessee Prep ball.
Now, if you're Damian Ball, you're arguably the best prospect on the floor. You've got to want the ball in your hands at this point.
That's right. We saw Tennessee Prep upset Prolific on a Damian Ball drive bank shot. So he's definitely the guy that's got to do it. As that not the take Tennessee Prep wants to see. And they're going to say out of bounds Victory Rock.
You know, I really think he wanted to call a foul. But since he didn't call the foul, I think tough shot. Tough shot.
You got 30 seconds on the clock.
Tough shot.
You know, sometimes guys want to be heroes, you could say, and that's what he was doing there. I mean, an extra 2 foot in from a three.
Now, I think what you're going to get here from Victory Rock, I've known Coach Jackson for some time now, you're going to get dribble handoff to the wing, and then you're going to get the diagonal down screen turned over a couple times. But right now you're saying don't move on the down screen. Let's see what we get here. Oh, he's going ball screen, staying aggressive. Oh, he's back court.
Oh, that was back court for sure.
It's the right call. It's the right call.
So he kind of got a little worried too quick
back
there.
court.
That
But my thing is, if you're Colton, you're a senior. They come to trap, you take time out.
Right.
You've got the lead, minute 9 left, 20 on the shot clock. Take a timeout.
So they've still got 4 timeouts left.
Absolutely. You can't take them home, and they're not trading them in at Applebee's, son. But if they would trade them in at Applebee's, I'll buy one of them for a little half-price appetizer.
So Damian Ball now.
Here we go.
Almost triple teamed. And a 3 ball. Good for Belcher. 1 point game.
Now let's see here.
So Damian Ball with that pass has 9 assists. And we get the timeout from Victory Rock now.
It's a full timeout. Mr. Demote just checked into French class over there in Coach Jackson's doghouse.
So 61-60. Victory Rock on top with 49.9 to go.
Oh, he's back court. 26 on the now look, zone by Tennessee Prep right here. Little 1-2-2 coming out of the timeout.
And that should be backcourt there.
It's the right call.
So 2 plays now for Colton, losing it at the top of the court. As Charles will come in here for a defensive possession.
Now, if you're Victory Rock, you're the defending Grind Series champion, you've got to be able to sit down and get a stop right here.
And if I'm Victory Rock, I'm expecting Ball to have the ball.
10 seconds on the shot clock. Ball screen. There it is.
And
Big
Colton
rebound.
Mitchell,
But they still had one to give. They had one to give. 22, shot clock's turned off.
so next foul on Tennessee Prep, and both teams are in the bonus.
That's right. I don't know if Coach Jackson wanted him to have the ball.
And almost a turnover there. As Jackson, they're going to use their timeouts now.
Coach Jackson was like, give me a timeout before someone hurts themselves or I hurt myself having to yell here.
So substitution here for Victory Rock, as it'll be Mbao back in for the offensive possession. They lead by 1 with 18.9. As you mentioned, the shot clock is off. Trayson Bird coming in for Tennessee Prep. So if you're Tennessee Prep, I mean, you can, if you've got Manku and Jones in the game, you can afford to foul right now and send them to the line with the 1-and-1, a chance they miss it, depending on, you know, who they foul.
I think if I'm Tennessee Prep, this is me, I want them to throw it backwards. And then I think we try one trap, see if we get a steal. If we don't, then we foul. It's still going to leave us around 12 to 11 seconds looking at a one-possession game. Now, the problem is if you're Coach Jackson during this timeout, let's say you do get that scenario and you do go up 3, are you fouling? Are you letting them take a shot off running Denver off a flare? You know, I think there's a lot of variables that still got a lot of basketball left to play.
Because technically Tennessee Prep, they could have in Jones, Bird, and Manku all who we've seen
right.
knock down threes. And which one do you prepare for? Because I'd put any of them in that situation to do it.
So now looks like Tennessee Prep comes out some sort of trapping zone here the way they're lined up.
They're all definitely pushing up.
Now right here, let's see if you get a trap. One trap. One trap. One trap.
And
And
they foul,
foul.
like you said. Now it's
right.
down to 10.8, still plenty of time. So, yeah, you read their minds there, and that's what they tried to do. Colton a little fast to draw some time off the clock. So it's the 1-and-1 now.
You can tell Coach Jackson team's pretty young because he wanted – notice how long Colton held it in his hands. If a year ago there's somebody coming back and they're throwing it to that somebody and then they're going to make a play.
Right. So makes the first 2-point lead.
Coach Rayford thought it was a football game. A little field goal trickery there.
So he's saying timeout either way right now for Tennessee Prep. Gets them both. So 63-60. Victory
Now-
Rock on top.
If they're man, I'm bringing Denver off a flare, and then I'm running the flare screener off that NBA cut to get a 3 because they're going to go with Denver.
Right.
All right. If they're zone, you're just hoping you break it down or you're trying to get to the rim and take a timeout. I think they've got 1 timeout left. Am I correct on that? 2. Tennessee Prep has 2 timeouts left. Now, then you ask this question, do you foul for Victory Rock?
You definitely have the option to foul. They only get up to 2. And then as long as you keep possession on the inbounds. Now, the problem is they've had some sloppy turnovers here in the last few minutes that you can take a risk with. But with 10.8 left,
I don't think you can go one trap with 10.8. I could be wrong, but it's a little risky. Isn't there a casino around here? Metropolis, Superman. Yep.
Yep.
All right, so let's see here. Okay, so Victory Rock comes out in a spread out zone. The problem with the zone is that you are susceptible a little bit to the corner three, as we saw to end the first half with
They could easily
with
have
Monku.
two guys sinking back.
Absolutely.
Right now.
Let's see here.
Look up, they make a lot of movement there.
Now they trade off the man. They stayed man. Oh, he got hit.
So he wanted. Oh, so they. I'm waiting to see. I thought they said it got tipped.
I mean, they got the right guy shooting it.
I think Colton. I thought Colton got a hand on it personally.
I couldn't tell if he got hit or not.
See, I heard something, and I think it was a hand on the ball. But at the same time, did they call white ball or blue ball?
I think they said blue ball.
So if they said blue ball, it would take a magic stealing shot. So they did say blue ball. And that will be game.
Well, you got to get it in.
That is true. They could set it
you
down
gotta get
right
it in.
now.
Well, no, you got to get. You're only up 3. If you're up 4, I agree with you, but you got to get it in. A 5-second count. If you're Tennessee Prep, you still get a shot to win it. Now let's see if they throw it deep. Oh.
So that'll do it for game 1. Victory Rock taking the win over Tennessee Prep, 63-60. So with that, I believe our MVP will be Colton Mitchell. Colton ended up with 24 points. Looks like he had 6 rebounds, 5 assists, 4 steals, and 3 blocks. So quite a stat line for Colton Mitchell. So we'll take a break now and come back to you for tip-off between Orangeville and DME. You're tuned in to a Tanager Sports broadcast of the Grind Session.